Hello. Welcome to an introduction of Schoolnet. Schoolnet is a role-based instructional management system, or IMS, that provides real-time data about student achievement. The Schoolnet IMS is made up of three major components. These components aid the teacher in making data-driven decisions as they go through the teach and learn cycle. They teach using lesson plans that have been aligned to the district's curriculum map, the district's scope and sequence, or the district's pacing guide. They assess what the students know through the assessment creation tool and report how the students are progressing through the reporting and analytics components. Now, with that brief overview, let's go into the Schoolnet IMS and see the tool in action. We are going to look at the Schoolnet IMS from the day in the life of the teacher. This is the Schoolnet IMS landing page. The blue ribbon across the top gives you access to all the features and functionalities of Schoolnet. In the body of the landing page, you're able to configure it with web parts of features and functionalities that you feel like are most important for your role. The My Classroom web part is a place where you can get access to all of your classes. That comes from whatever student information system your district is using. Also, under today's instruction, you have access to your district scope and sequence, pacing guide, or curriculum map. This is going to tell you what your district wants you to teach for the year, and it could be as detailed as providing you with lesson plans that they want you to teach on specific days. You also can assign lesson plans to your calendar as an individual teacher. Lesson plans can be created using a district template, such as the example that you see on the screen. It can be a URL, or it can be a Word document or a PDF that has been uploaded. This specific example of a lesson plan, if I scroll all the way down to the bottom, has several standards that this lesson plan has been aligned to. One of the features of Schoolnet is the ability to create an express test. These express tests can be created off of a lesson plan, such as the example that I'm giving, or they can be created off of an express test through the test creation tool. If I'm creating it from a lesson plan, the standards that were aligned to that specific lesson are going to appear on the screen. How many items are available, and the ability to choose those items are also available. So I can go in and build an express test with 10 items. The system is going to go out and grab those 10 items, and I can, at this point, decide if I want to keep those 10 items, replace it, modify it, or whatever the case may be with regards to these specific items. I can also schedule this test to administer to my students. As part of the scheduling process, I would create a test window and decide when and how I want this test to be administered. If I want this test to be administered online, that is an option that's available. We also can administer it using paper pencil with scanning or using personal response devices such as eInstruction or Promethean. Here's an example of a student taking the test online. If the students are taking the test online, they have this elimination tool off to the left-hand side of their screen. They also, when choosing the correct answer, it's going to outline the answer, or when choosing an answer, it's going to outline the answer for them. And there's also the flag question for review up in the top right-hand side of the question. If I go back to my test, or go back to my to Schoolnet, I'm able at this time to see any reports once my students have taken the test. So once my students have taken the test, I can go back to my landing page and I can go to the Classroom Assessment Monitor. The Classroom Assessment Monitor is broken up into 4 areas. My District and Local Test tab is going to tell me any assessments that are benchmark tests that we're administering as common assessments across the district through Schoolnet. The Classroom Test tab is going to be any assessments that I as a teacher have created as part of the formative process in my class. The Standardized Test tab is going to be any standardized tests that are created or that are administered, and the data is reported through Schoolnet. So my state test data could be reported, any normed reference assessments, any assessments that are being administered externally, that data can be reported through Schoolnet. And then I have one place that I can go and see not just my formative and my benchmarking data, but I also can see my summative and standardized test data as well. Another feature that Schoolnet offers is the ability to create both pre-formatted reports as well as custom reports. These reports can be created once and then saved to the report bank that I will show you on the landing page, or you can create these reports simply by clicking a couple of buttons. So if I want to run a benchmark report by standard, I can run this report and have access to my English Language Arts benchmarks and all of the standards that were assessed, and I can even go as far as to get individualized student information as well. Back at the landing page, if I look in one of the web parts that I have configured is my report bank. So this report bank is where I've created the reports, either custom or pre-formatted reports, and then I've saved them to my bank. So all I have to do is click on it one time, and then it's going to give me access to that specific report. Another reporting feature is by individual students. So I have my whole classroom data in my classroom assessment monitor, but I also have by individual students. So if I want to look at information about Cameron, I can first start by hovering over the bars under Cameron's name, and it's going to give me the specific data associated with each of those bars, or I can click on Cameron's name, at which time it will take me to the student profile. The student profile is similar to an online CUME folder. This is going to give me both historical data as well as current information, either enrollment, benchmark, disciplinary data, as well as the ability to go in and create individualized learning plans and look at past individualized learning plans where we've set goals for and with each individual student. Thank you for joining us for this presentation. If you would like to learn more or have any questions, please contact us with the contact information on the screen right now. Thank you very much and have a great day.